Warm welcome to all of you, my dear students. Today we are going to study in the lesson multiplication and division the last problem set, that is problem set number 16, in which we have already solved the first three problems. So now we will solve the next three problems, that is the fourth, fifth and the sixth one. Okay, so let's begin with the first the fourth problem. I'll read out and then I'll explain to you and then we will solve it. Fine. Now, a shopkeeper bought 7 pressure cookers at the rate of 1870 rupees per cooker and sold them all for a total of 14,230 rupees. Did he get less or more money than he spent? Now, here there is a shopkeeper who bought what? He bought pressure cookers, and these pressure cookers, each of these pressure cookers were one pressure cooker cost around 1870 rupees. So like that he bought around how many? 7 pressure cookers. That means he must have paid what? More money. One is 1870. Therefore for 7 it will be more, right? So for that what we have to do? Come on, think. Yes, you are right. We have to do what? Multiplication. So first we have to multiply 1870 with 7. Okay, find out how much is the total amount what is coming, and then again later on he spent he sold them. Okay, he sold, and then we have to find out by finding whether the money whether he got the less money after selling or more money after selling. Okay, so let's do it now. I'll write the data. Now see, I have written the data here, that is 1870 is the cost of one cooker. So like that we have to find out the 7 cookers. For 7 cookers how much is the cost, and for that we have to multiply. So let's multiply 7 with 1870 and find out what is the answer coming. So when we multiply 7 with 0, any number multiplied with 0 is always 0. Okay, so 7 sevens are 49. Okay, so write here 9 and carry 4. Fine. Then 8 sevens are, or 7 eights are 56. So 56 plus 4 becomes 60. So here 0, carry 6 you write here. Fine. Now what is remaining? 7 ones are 7. So 7 ones are 7 plus 6. Okay, is how much? Come on, think. Yes, it is correct. So it is 13. Okay, so what is the cost now of all the cookers? For the cookers it is 13,090 rupees. Okay, so it is what? 13,090 rupees is the total cost of 7 cookers. Okay, 7 cookers. Fine. Now he sold it for how much money? He sold it for 14,230. Now when we have to find out whether he made a profit, okay, that means whether he got a more money or loss, what we have to do? We have to find out by subtracting. Okay, and then only from the difference between the two numbers we will understand. Now if you see over here, he bought it for 13,090 and he sold it for more money. Okay, he sold it for more money. That means he must have got what? More money. But then how much more money he got? For that what we have to do? We have to subtract from 14,230 rupees 13,090. Okay, so therefore what we will do now? Therefore we will subtract this from 14,230 rupees. Okay, so this I'll write it as rupees here. Okay, so 14,230 rupees was the amount. Okay, amount at which he sold the cookers, he sold cookers. Fine. And we have to now subtract what? 13,000. That is minus 13,000. Is that clear, students? So now what we are getting answer here? 0 minus 0 is 0. 3 minus 9. Can we do 3 minus 9? No. So that means we have to borrow from here. So when we borrow from here, So this will become 1 and this will become what? This will become 13. So now we can subtract. So 13 minus 9 is how much? Is nothing but 4. Now what we are getting? 1 here. 1 is remaining here. So 1 minus 0 we can easily do. So 1 minus 0 when we do, what will be the answer? It will be 1. So now 4 minus 3 is 1 and 1 minus 1 is 0. So how much profit he made or how much more money he made? He made 1140 rupees more he got after selling all the 7 pressure cookers. So that means it was a profitable business for him. So did he get, now when you have to write finally the statement, how you will write? Did he get less or more money than he had spent? So he got more money than he had spent will be the answer. What you will write here? Therefore he got, or he means shopkeeper. He got more money. So this will be rupees 1140. Okay. So he got more money. Okay. He got more money than he spent. Than he had spent. Is that clear, students? So this is your fourth problem. So this one is your fourth problem. Okay. Now we will go for the next one, that is question number 5. So our next problem is 14 families in a society together bought 8 sacks of wheat, each weighing 98 kilos. If they shared all the wheat equally, what was the share of each family? So there is a society in which there are around 14 families living together. Okay, and all of them bought how much wheat? They bought 8 sacks of wheat, and each of these sacks consisted of 98 kilos. Okay, all these 8 sacks each consisted of 98 kilos of wheat was then divided equally. Okay, understanding? Divided equally among all the 14 families. So now we have to find out how much was each family getting wheat, how many kilos of wheat each family was getting. So for this, now what we have to do? First we have to find out how much is 8 sack of wheat. Okay, how many is 8 sacks of wheat, because one sack consists of 98 kilos. Therefore we have to find out how many kilos are there, how many kilos of wheat are there in 8 sacks. And for that again we have to do what? Multiplication first. So here I have written now multiplication. Okay, so 98 is nothing but the weight of each sack, whereas number of sacks are how many? There are 8 sacks. Fine. Now what we have to do? We have to multiply. Fine, student. So 8 is a 64. Fine. 8 is a 64. Carry 6. Fine. Now how much is 9 8s are? Okay. 9 8s are how much? It is nothing but 72. Okay. 9 8s are 72 or 8 9s are 72. 72 plus this 6. 72 plus 6 becomes 78. So how much is the total weight of the wheat? That was nothing but 784 kilograms of wheat were there in all the 8 sacks, in the total 8 sacks. Okay, so this is what now? This is the total weight of the wheat. Total weight of the wheat in 8 kilos. Total weight of wheat. Fine. Now what we have to do? We have to divide this 784 among 14 families. And since I use the word divide, equally it has to be divided. Whenever we say equally, we have to divide. That means we have to do what? Division here. So for finding out how much each family, one family will get, we will have to do what? Division. So let's now divide this 784 equally among 14 families. Therefore you will write dividend as 14 and divisor as dividend as 784 and divisor is 14 and find out what is the what is the total how much one family gets. Okay students, now what we have to do here, we have to divide the 784 by 14, and so for that we have to see the first two numbers. Okay, since these are two numbers, we have to see first two numbers here. So let's say now these are a bigger number as compared to 14, therefore we can say the table of 14. And when we say the table of 14, let's say the table of 14. Okay, so 14 ones are 14, 14 twos are 28, 14 threes are 42, 14 fours are 56, 14 fives are 70, 14 sixes are 84. Okay, so 14 fives are 70 and 14 sixes are 84. So 14 fives are 70 is close to 78. So what we will write here? 14 fives are 70. Okay, so now what we are getting the answer? Here 8 and here 4. And now just now I set the table that it is 14 6s are 84. Okay, 14 6s are 84. So 4 minus 4 is 0, 8 minus 8 is 0. So that means each family, how much each family is getting? Each family is getting 56 kilograms of wheat. So now how we will write this? We will write according to how is the question asked. The statement, last statement. Okay. So if they shared all the wheat equally, what was the share of each family? So what you will write? You will write the share of each family was 56 kilograms. So you will have to write here. Therefore, okay, I'll write here since it will not be visible to you. I'll write here. Okay. Therefore, each family, therefore, what is that? Yes. The share, okay, the share of each family was 56 kilograms of wheat. Okay, it was of wheat. Fine. So this is how you are supposed to solve. Okay, now only last question is there, that is question number 6. That also we will finish now. Okay, the next question is, the capacity of an overhead water tank is 3000 liters. Now there are 16 families living in this building. Again there is one building, and in that building around 16 families are living. There is a water head tank, which is the capacity of that water head tank is 3000 liters. And each of this family, okay, uses the water from this tank. Okay, so but the condition is given here. If each family uses 225 liters every day, one family uses 225. Like that, how many families are there? 16 families. So you will have to find out how much is the total amount of water they are using, because each family uses 225. There are 16. So you will have to multiply what? 225 multiplied by 16, and then find out whether the water will be enough for all the families, and if not, what will be the daily shortfall. Suppose the whatever amount is there in the water head tank, that is 3000 liters. If the amount of water what the family uses, all these family uses, becomes more, then we have to find out how much they are getting less water, and if it is less, then how much more remains in the water tank. So that we have to find out. Okay, so for that we will have to do what? We have to multiply first 225 liters, that is for one family, and multiply by 16. So here is the data which I have written now. Each family uses around 225 liters of water. So this is the capacity of water each family uses. That means a single family uses this much water, or this much amount of water. These many liters, sorry, not amount, this many liters of water. And there are total number of families are 16. So now we have to find out what is the total usage of water. Okay, if one uses this many liters, so that means all the 16 families are using how much water, that we have to find out by multiplying. So either you can say the table of 16 directly, or as usual within 2 steps you have to do. So I show in 2 steps only. Okay, you can directly multiply 16 with 225, where is a simple method, but then it is little higher, you can do like that. Okay, Now here 6 5s are 30. Okay, so carry 3. 6 2s are 12. 12 plus 3 is 15. Again carry 1. 16 2s are sorry, not 16. 6 2s are how much? 6 2s are 12. Again 12 plus 1 is 13. Fine, student. Now what is remaining here? 1 is remaining. So I will write here 0 in place of unit place. Now you know why we have to write 0. So 5 1s are 5. 2 1s are 2. 2 1s are 2. Add this and find out. Okay, so this becomes 0. 5 plus 5 is 10. Carry 1. 3 plus 1 is 4. Plus 2 is 6. Okay, 2 plus 1 is 3. So how much water they are using? They are using around 3600 liters of water. So this is what? This is the total usage of water. Okay, so this is total usage of water. Okay, this is total capacity of water. Capacity of water what all the families are using. Fine, students. Now if you see 3600 is more as compared to that of 3000. So that means they are falling short of, correct? No, because 3000 is lesser amount and they require how much more? Around 600. So how that 600 will get? By subtracting from 3600. When we subtract 3000, we will come to know that the answer is 600. So therefore what you will do? Therefore you will write here 3600. To find out how much is the shortfall, we have to subtract from 3600 3000. Okay, so now this is your total amount of or total usage of water, and this is the capacity of the overhead tank. Okay, capacity of the overhead tank. Fine, students. Now to find out how much is the shortfall, we have to do what? Subtraction here. Okay, so now 0 minus 0 is 0. 0 minus 0 is 0. 6 minus 6 is 6. Sorry, 6 minus 0 is 6. And 3 minus 3 is 0. So how much is the water less they are getting? They are getting how much? 600 less. So what you will write now? According to the question, the water is not enough for all the families. Okay, so what you will write? You will write here, therefore, the water is not enough. Okay, not enough for all the families. And the daily shortfall is okay, daily shortfall is 600 liters. Okay, when we are measuring any liquid, water is liquid, it is the unit for measuring liquid is liters. Okay, students, so this is regarding the last question, that is question number 6, and with this we have finished with the lesson multiplication and division. So what you have to do now, whatever I have taught you today in the video, so when you are copying or when you are doing, first you try to understand. Okay, by when I am explaining, you have to listen to it first and then you have to solve. Okay, now if you are not able to solve, rewind back and then see the full entire video and try to solve the problems. Is that clear, students? So I hope so you have understood this whole lesson. See that you practice all these questions. Okay, find all the questions and answers from this lesson, multiplication and division. So till we meet again in the next lesson, thank you, dear students.